fatigue, extreme fatigue, not performing well. So if everybody else on your team is, getting faster, stronger, performing well, and you're stagnant or worsening in your performance, that would be, a sign that maybe your nutrition is not supporting your training goals. Every athlete's going to be tired on some level because you're pushing your body, but after a meal and a good night of sleep, you should be re-energized. And so if you're not, if your tiredness and fatigue and lethargy is just continuing to like stack up and build up, then you could be under fueling because you're not properly recovering and setting yourself up for success. So I know like that whole concept of like feeling tired or not feeling good, it's hard to truly measure that. But again, it's something, if it just keeps building and it's not improving, or keeps worsening. Another sign of underfueling would be if we do have biomarkers or lab values that are out of whack. So if you are showing anemia or low iron or low vitamin D, is this stemming from improper nutrition and underfueling? Because of course, if you're underfueling, then you're not eating enough iron either. Other signs of underfueling, injuries, which I know is a big thing, especially in the clients you work with too, and trying to prevent that. We all roll our ankle and get injured. That's one thing. But if you feel like you're never healing from your injury, or specific injuries, I always like to highlight are bone injuries. That plays a big role in our nutrition as well. So those are some other signs that underfueling might be at play.
Those are really great to have insight on. And this is why I had you on the podcast, because no amount of strength training is going to fully prevent these injuries if the nutrition is not on point, especially for that growing youth female athlete. There's so many needs, especially the iron, the vitamin D. Are there any other female athlete specific nutrient needs that we need to pay attention to?
Well, calcium would be another huge one, especially for our younger athletes that are growing and developing. Calcium is a huge one because 90% of our bone mineral content should be in place before around age 18. So that calcium and its role in our bone health is just huge in our youth and adolescent years. So calcium's playing a huge role. And also, as you know, Erica, calcium plays a role in muscle contraction as well. But I just think as far as like a really important nutrient, iron's up there, vitamin D and calcium is a huge one. Those are our three probably biggest ones, but every single nutrient is important. We've got things like selenium that are great for your immune system. And I mean, what are kids doing, and college athletes and high school athletes? We are breathing and spitting on each other and sharing water bottles. So we need things like selenium and zinc for our building up our immune system. Every single vitamin and mineral is important, but I would say that iron, calcium, vitamin D are kind of ones that we need a lot of, and we might need to focus on extra because it's kind of hard to get enough calcium unless you're drinking milk 3-4 times a day, which I think is a great habit for